Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1, Episode 7. If you want to see my reaction videos for this anime, you can check the playlist that I made for it on my channel, my YouTube channel, but I made also a playlist for it on my Patreon if you can be interested. I'm gonna put the link into the eye for it. You can have all of my reaction videos into the chronological order, and I'm gonna put also right there into the eye links to animes that I reacted to with you guys, like for example Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Villain Saga, My Hero Academia, and others like that. You have all of this playlist on my channel if you can be interested. Okay, right there for this episode of Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm expecting it to be about a real fight. Like, we saw that Satoru was followed, targeted, you know, by one demon cursed spirit. I still don't know how to name them. Demon or cursed spirit. I'm not sure that it's okay for me to say that they are demons. Maybe it's more okay for me to say that they are cursed spirits. No matter what, we saw that right there is targeted by one who wants to block him into a prison realm, which was given by a guy who knew a lot of information about him, about also all of the context, about everything. That guy who gave all of this information, I'm really intrigued by him. I'm really intrigued by how can he know all of that. For me it means that maybe he's one of the sorcerers, you know, one of them, one of the good guys, the ones who are supposed to kill the cursed spirits. I don't know, it seems really weird. I would want to have more information about him, but I'm not sure that I'm gonna have them during this episode, because again I'm expecting this episode to be really about a fight, and I think that it could be great to have really one entire episode being about one entire fight. Okay, we had fights with our guys, you know, before, with Yuji fighting with that special great cursed spirit, all of that situation, which ended with him making a deal with Sukuna about getting out and stuff like that. So right there, it could be great to have one entire episode about this fight, to see what a guy like him, who is supposed to be the best, can do in fact. Because we saw Yuji fighting, we saw Fujiguro fighting, but again, now first year students, so big fights with guys like Satoru, they are supposed to be way better, they are supposed to be more impressive and stuff like that. So I want to see that, I want to see really the difference. I hope that I'm gonna see the difference. I hope that this fight that I'm gonna have right now, we're gonna feel the difference of level, you know, between them. I really hope so. During the last episode we had Yuji coming back to life, and that it was not a surprise. I didn't think that this anime would be the kind to kill the main character just like that. I didn't think that it would be that. The fact that he made a deal with Sukuna, it was not a surprise neither, but the conditions of that deal, I'm still wondering about it. Coming back for just 1 minute, if we're placing ourselves, you know, in Sukuna's shoes, he wants to find a way to escape from that prison, which is Yuji's body. So it means to find another body, or maybe also to find ways to survive no matter what, because he knows that all of these guys, they are working together to be sure that he's gonna die. So I think that he has two main goals right now. So to have 1 minute the control of that body, for me, it means that he has already a plan to do that, to do what I just said. I can't see what truly is he gonna do for now. I'm not sure of that. I'm intrigued also by that. We have also the students who are training to participate to that competition between schools. That it's gonna be interesting to meet new characters, but also to learn more about the characters that we are following right there with Yuji, with Fujiguro, with Nobara. I cannot wait. And also the second year students, their names, Panda Guy. And I'm not even sure of that Panda Guy. Like, is he a cursed spirit? If he's not an animal, what happened? For him to look like that, to be that. If he's not an animal, what is he and how can it be and what's happening right there? Okay, let's go for this episode. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on my Patreon you have 4 episodes of advance, meaning 2 weeks of advance. You have these reaction videos in full opacity, and with the full reaction part, all of my reactions and all of my thoughts to the entire episode, and you have that with the level 3 on my Patreon. If you can be interested to support me, if you want and if you can, it can be truly appreciated because I'm a little reactor, so each little help can be welcomed. Let's go for this episode! He doesn't have good intentions. Excuse me, what? We saw that he could provoke fire and all, but that? Yeah. Ah, that also it's a change. I didn't notice it. Stronger? Insect? Et okay, that's moving. He's supposed to be the best one, so I think that you're underestimating him a lot. You can't? Chaos. To answer to your question, I think that if you're trying to touch infinity, you're touching chaos. You're good, you're good, you're good. He won't do. You took Yuji with you? Yes, how can you travel that fast also? No, no, you're gonna be part of his training. Yuji, don't react, don't act. Do that. What's that now? The center of a volcano, like really? Can we end that fight with just one episode? That's what I'm wondering. Ah. I'm not sure he has that reference, Satoru. You know that he's a gamer.
領域内で発動した付与された術式は絶対当たる。絶対？今みたいに呪術で受けるか領域外に逃げる。
How can you find a way out of a place you don't know anything about? You're gonna show your eyes? Oh wow! You have beautiful eyes. Infinite wanting. When you're showing your eyes directly, it's happening. Maybe that's why you're hiding them normally.
ここは無加減の内側。生きるという行為に無限界の作業を強制する。すべてを与えられると。
So you're not blind. Ew! That's what I want to know so much, but... Because you're one of the teachers of that school, or you're related to it, something like that. I don't know you enough to know if you would do it or not. Oh, yes, you have the most beautiful cursed energy. And now, can you feel it?
Yuji. というか、みんなにはあれに勝てるくらい強くなってほしいんだよね。
At the end, yes, you need to be able to do that.
目標を設定したら、あとはひたすら駆け上がるだけ。ちょっと予定を早めて、映画見て僕と戦ってを繰り返す。先生と基礎とその応用。しっかり身につけて、交流会でお披露目といこうか。交流会って何？
You didn't listen to the previous episode? Coming, I'm coming! I mean, I thought that you were waiting for Satoru, but maybe you're waiting for him? Geto. Huh? He's okay.
同じだよ君こちらのアドバンテージを確立した上で封印に臨む
Your
変
advantage.
更は10月31日渋谷
Ah, on a
謝
Louis?
罪がいいねマヒト
Mahito.
異論ないよ狡猾に行こう呪いらし
What happened
く
to your
人間らし
face?
く
Okay. Nice idea. え
ブラジル体操
Are you brothers?
貴様ら何をするつもりだ
Ah, you're gonna play football with your head. Mahito and Geto. Mahito and Geto. For sure, it's making me think of. I think that in Japan it's Captain Tsubara. Okay, I told you during the intro that I wanted Satoru to fight this cursed spirit and to show me what a real fight can be, in the sense that the ones that we had previously, it was with Fujiguro and Yuji, who are, let's remember that, 1 year, first year students, so clearly I expected this fight with Satoru, who is described as the best sorcerer right there, to be way better. And clearly it was the case. They made it clear that he was not touched, not even a second, by volcano spirits, that this one sent him attacks but never managed to touch him, and that on the contrary, when Satoru tried to touch him, to hurt him, he did it, to finish also by cutting his head and all of that. And also, during all of that moments, he took the time to warp. How is it functioning that? To warp, to take Yuji with him, so he can teach that kid more stuff, and right there it was about this domain that you can create, in which you have advantages, because in fact they are your domains and stuff like that. Oh, the rules of this world, like, they're gonna be difficult to understand, in the sense that they are never giving me a full explanation about things. And no matter what, they are giving me information little by little, so each time I have the impression to be like, okay, it's one more puzzle, piece for the puzzle, but the puzzle really, I'm not sure that I understand everything about this world. It's a little frustrating. I would want to be sure of things concerning the rules of this universe. And right there, I'm not sure about anything, in fact. So Satoru is fighting that cursed spirit, and he knows that this one was sent by someone else. He didn't manage to know who sent him, but us, we have the response about it. We know that first it's Geto. We know that first it's Geto who told him that if he wants to win that war against the sorcerers, one of the steps it's gonna be to stop and lock Satoru somewhere. So in a way Geto sent him, but Geto is in fact not all by himself, he's working with Mahito, that guy who was his face like that, full of scars and all. Mahito and Geto. For how they were talking together and all, I had that impression that they were related. They were not just working together. I had the impression that maybe they could be brothers or something like that. The fact that at the end we have a funny moment with the cursed spirits, it seems a little weird, in the sense that so far they were described as really spirits, like the first ones that we met, they couldn't talk, they were really weird, and also a little weak and stupid. I didn't think about it, when we had that scene at the restaurant with Geto talking to the cursed spirits, I didn't pay attention, notice that in fact it was not logical for these cursed spirits to be able to talk that great. When in fact, now that the anime mentioned it, I'm like, yes, in fact it's weird. And not only they can talk that well, but they have really a mind, in the sense that they have a purpose, they have objectives, they have a plan, they can elaborate stuff, so yes, to have that funny scene at the end, it's simplifying the fact that they are not just demons, you know, hell, stupid stuff, you know. Yes, they are cruel. We saw that at the restaurant, but maybe at some point I'm gonna discover that there is more behind that. That in fact, you know, like rather they want to make that war against the sorcerers, maybe because they're just tired of being hunted by them and they should just be able to live a peaceful life. I don't know. The fact that they are describing themselves as the new humanity, it's really describing their intentions. They want to replace humanity, to kill all humans and to replace them. Yuji watching The Lord of the Rings, it made me lost. Yuji learning more stuff about this universe thanks to Satoru, who is not only one of the best warriors and sorcerers, but also a really good teacher. That's great. His eyes, so he is not blind in fact. That veil that he has on his eyes, it's not because he's blind, it's because of the fact that maybe if he has his eyes out like that, he can't control things going with it, like maybe to create his domain. Infinity, his cursed energy is really related to infinity, and that place in his domain, it's infinity world. I said it during the episode, for me, to touch infinity, it would be like to touch chaos. To create a chaos, you can't touch infinity. Infinity, it's an idea, but it's not really something which exists physically, so to touch it physically, for me, it's going with chaos, it's chaotic, it can't be. And yes, at the end, the principal waiting for someone, it was waiting for Satoru. I remember that, in fact, we began this episode with this driver talking about that reunion that they should have with Satoru. I remember it. I hope that he's gonna explain to them why he's late, at least, when he's gonna come. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now. I'm gonna watch one more episode today. It's all for you for this video, and it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.